Good Tuesday evening, everybody. Today is March 29th, 2022. It is 9:59 p.m. and this is episode 304 of 413 Sportstalk. Glad to have you with us. Today, as normal, I'll bring you the scores from your favorite sports. First, we'll start with the news, and I'll give you Ra's mock draft special after the combine. So let's get this episode started, shall we? Kevin Stefanski says that he hopes that the Baker Mayfield situation gets resolved soon. I agree with him. Either you're going to trade the fucker or not. And so make your plan, make it happen, and make the move. Or don't make the move and let the kid possibly come back and embarrass you guys yet again for another season. Colts head coach Frank Reich says of Carson Wentz that he could still be a top 10 quarterback with the Washington Commanders. And I am agreeing with that statement, honestly. Got a terrific defense that just had added pieces last year. Chase Young was hurt, but he will be back this year. Still with those that plethora of moves that he uses to get to the quarterback. Montez Sweat on that defensive line as well makes shit hard for everybody else. Boston Celtics center Robert Williams is out with a torn meniscus injury suffered in Sunday night's 134-112 victory over the Minnesota Timberwolves. 2-3 months, should be back from this. So much puts us in the finals if Boston makes it that far. Hard Knocks, critically acclaimed NFL show, starts with the Detroit Lions this year. Same old shit every year. We're not even going to go into it. Go, Pack, go. Niners GM John Lynch stated, and I quote, "There are no plans to release Jimmy G at this time. Jimmy G is our quarterback." But they reported earlier today that Trey Lance is getting ready to take the reins as a starter. He's doing the type of things that starting quarterbacks do, putting extra work in, and he was really a great study from what I've read this season. You know, when he had his chance to come out and he bombed that 80-yard touchdown pass. It was like his first throw. This kid's electric, and he's going to be in this league for years to come. He's going to be a perennial all-star, in my opinion. It's just getting those wheels going. Getting the season out the way. It's going to be really some growing pains, but he's got a lot of the physical tools that, you know, won't have you as worried if you're a 49ers fan on like 3rd and 7 or something like that. Anyway, high school baseball starts tomorrow. Pope Francis at Wilbraham Munson Academy for 3:30 p.m. And high school lacrosse also starts tomorrow. Hotchkiss School comes to Long Meadow for a 4 o'clock matchup. And also, Pope Francis travels to Williston at 4. I'm really excited for that. Gotta love lacrosse, sticks and running and jabbing people with them. That's awesome. Episode 304 starts now, and we're starting with Ra's mock draft 3.5 after the NFL Combine. First round only. Here we go. We're gonna start quick. Most of it's not really changed much at the beginning. If you've been paying attention to my mocks. And this one I'm just going to get into really quickly. Number 1, Jacksonville Jaguars take Kayvon Thibodeau, the edge rusher from Oregon. Why not build your defense around a cornerstone, such as Kayvon Thibodeau, who I think pans out to be a better player than Aiden Hutchinson, who's taken number 2 by the hometown team. He went to Michigan. I think the Lions will be good to take him here. You got Penei Sewell last year. You're starting to get pieces. It's going to take another 2 years, but you could be looking at a winning Detroit Lions team here in a couple of seasons. Number 3, Houston takes Evan Neal here from Alabama. You have Laremy Tunsil. You got a decent bench as far as the offensive line is concerned. I just think Evan Neal shores up any spots or any holes that you might have. He can move inside, outside, but he's probably going to play right tackle, I would assume. You got Tunsil lining up on the left over there. And, there's your number 3 pick. The Jets get a guy who I like so much. I call him this year's Justin Jefferson, a guy by the name of Garrett Wilson, wide out for Ohio State, going to the Jets here at number 4. Give Zach Wilson some more targets. Just signed a decent tight end as well. I'm not sure what they're looking at for a running game, but, piece by piece, and maybe Mekhi Becton will stay healthy this year. Moving on to the Giants at number 5, Ikem Ekwonu, offensive tackle for NC State. He can also play inside as well. Just about everybody has him mocked here. I think it's a no-brainer for the Giants to grab him here at number 5. Number 6, Carolina. I don't see the reason for a Matt Rule desperation pick. Oh, I gotta save my fucking job. We're gonna take Kenny Pickett here. I think they're going to go with Charles Cross, offensive tackle out of Mississippi State. Why not build that offensive line? I know you got Moton on the other side. He was just recently paid handsomely. Now bring in Charles Cross. Let him learn the ropes and make that offensive line great. Number 7, the Giants. Zion Johnson, guard from Boston College. This guy's fucking huge. He's tall. He probably could play tackles. The hand-eye coordination goes with the feet. You know what I mean? That has to flow and sync. In order for a big guy to move very, very well like that. And I think the Giants will do good here with that pick. Continue that mantra of getting the offensive line good. You got a new GM. Get him and retire. Thank fucking Christ. Number 8, trade. Atlanta trades for Philly. The Eagles get first round pick number 8 and third round pick number 82. They still have first round 15 and a second round 51st and fourth round 124th. Either way, the Philadelphia Eagles take LSU corner Derek Stingley Jr. The Eagles have successfully been able to hit on defensive backs over the years, dating back to my days in high school. And let's see them get back to that type of thing as well defensively. Defensive line's okay. Fletcher Cox is back on a 1-year, $14 million deal. So adding Stingley is going to help on the back end. Philly will be better this year. Not sure if they'll be a playoff team, though. Number 9, Seattle takes Ahmad Sauce Gardner, corner from Cincinnati. One pass in his entire collegiate career for 13 yards was the only one completed on him. No touchdowns. This guy's fucking bananas. And definitely reminds me of Champ Bailey, to say the least. Number 10, Kyle Hamilton, safety from Notre Dame, going to the Jets here, who have a plethora of picks. Get better wherever you can. Bring back what Jamal Adams had before. And I believe Kyle Hamilton can bring that to them here at number 10. Number 11, Washington Commanders will go with Trent McDuffie here, corner out of Washington State. Washington the Cougars. You guys thought I was going Malik Lewis here, right? Number 12, Minnesota goes with the guard center from Texas A&M, Kenyon Green. Good enough to play outside as well. Quarterback had an injury in his junior year, and he moved around a lot on the offensive line. Something I thought was interesting from the tape. And that move only varied between the quarterbacks. Where there was a difference in the quarterbacks. Either way, Trent McDuffie's a good pick. Either way, Kenyon Green's a good pick here. Minnesota needs to build on that offensive line. Defensively, they're okay, but fuck Skull. Fuck the Vikings. Go Pack, go. Number 13, Houston trades with the Green Bay Packers. No bias. Green Bay gets round 1, pick number 13. Houston gets round 1, pick number 22. And round 2, pick number 59. Here, my Packers select wideout from Arkansas, Treylon Burks. I love him. I love what he brings to our team. He's 6'2", 225. Think Jerry Porter as far as build. Treylon's faster. Honestly, if he can play a role similar to what Deebo Samuel did in San Francisco, he'd be unstoppable. He did it in college. And Arkansas had a crazy season. Treylon Burks is probably the number 1 wideout. Number 3. I got guys that I think could be better than him, but just we don't have them up here. But we'll talk about later in the first round. Yes, so that's it. We take Traylon Burks. Baltimore goes for the hybrid. They're taking a risk here, just towards Achilles in his pro day a couple days ago. David Ajabo, defensive end linebacker from Michigan. You gotta love his explosiveness, the freak athleticism, the ways in which he gets to the quarterback, the bending, the cross chop. He knows it all, and just the concern here is that Achilles injury, and can he come back full speed? Can he come back half as good as what he was? But we're praying for you, Dave. Moving on, number 15, Philly trades again. Round 1, pick 15, and round 2, pick 51. Round 4, pick 124 to the Atlanta Falcons for earlier in the top 10, as we talked about. And third round pick number 82. They select Jameson Williams out of Alabama, the wideout. Here at 15, risky pick. He got hurt, torn ACL, I understand. Jameson's still good. John Mechie got hurt, the other Bama wideout was projected to go in the first round. So you never know how these guys are going to recover from these injuries, but they were damn good, and they've shown consistency. So, I wouldn't say I'd be happy with taking Jameson here at 15, maybe 25, but I think Philly gets him here, honestly, and kind of tries to bail out Jalen Hurts' career. Number 16, Philly again. They take the great safety from Michigan, Daxton Hill. I've raved about him just about in every show since college football has begun this year. He is a piece that can play corner. He can play linebacker. Daxton is an all-pro, do-it-all kind of guy. That's a great pick here. Number 17, going with Trevor Penning, offensive lineman. Can play a mix of positions, all 5 positions as a matter of fact, from the University of Northern Iowa. Originally had him going to the Patriots. I liked his style, but this dude's an asshole. He was the highest penalized collegiate player in the NCAAW last year. So I like that attitude and the way he just fucks guys up and shit like that. But, refs are going to be pricks and call flags. Number 18, New Orleans goes with the other Ohio State wideout, Chris Olave. He's a speedy guy. Don't think he's going to be one to give you 1,000 yards every season, but he's definitely going to be a star to some kind of degree, with some kind of soon this year. Philly going again with the wideout, John Mechie Jr. from Alabama. You guys are probably thinking I'm on crack with these multiple wideout picks. I'll have you know I'm not, but it just makes sense. Philly needs to get on the map. Something needs to happen out there in the lowly NFC East, and I think a move like this does that. It does well for your franchise. Number 20, sorry guys, no Malik Lewis here. Cincinnati quarterback Dennis Ritter, 45-4 as a starter. He's got experience. He's good for making up stuff when the play breaks down. Above average passer. The guy's going to get you 36, 37, 100 yards, 25 or more touchdowns a year once he gets it going. He's going to be a pro's pro. Number 21, New England trades down 2 spots with the Arizona Cardinals. They get this pick in round 4, pick 127. And the New England Patriots get round 1, pick number 23. And round 3, pick 87. Here they take Jordan Davis, defensive tackle from Georgia. Smart pick, Arizona. This is probably one of the steals of the first round since I don't have him mocked top 5. Houston at number 22 takes defensive end from Purdue, George Karlaftis. New England at the trade from Arizona. Just as I've had them mocked before, I think Bill Belichick's setting this guy, Leo Chenal from Wisconsin. He is the Landon Vander Esch kind of type player. Not Gerard Mayo, let's be real about that. But I believe that Bill likes what he sees in him, and then maybe he could be a halfway decent starter in this league. Number 24, Dallas takes the second Georgia offensive tackle, Devontae Wyatt. Good pick here. Can't argue with this. Dallas needs it. Number 25, Buffalo goes with the corner from Clemson, Andrew Booth. Great scheme fit here. Love what Baldy, Mr. McDermott, is doing down there. And Andrew Booth fits in right well with that. I was going to say Debo Swanee. I don't know who the fuck that is. Clemson coach, and he gets aggressive with his corners, sends them on blitzes. This kid is prepared to attempt to sack an NFL quarterback. Number 26, Tennessee Titans grabbed their quarterback in Matt Corral from Ole Miss. Yes, he fucked up his ankle in the Senior Bowl, but he was ready for his pro day. He threw the ball kind of well. I liked it. Like this performance, and I think Tennessee takes him here because it's way too early to take him top 10. As you guys can see, I moved Kenny Pickett completely out of the first round. Number 27, Tampa Bay goes with corner Kyer Elam, and that's to replace number 35. I think Dean was who they lost in free agency. He's a dirty player too. Number 28, the Packers take Christian Watson wide out, the star out of NDSU. Might be a little bit of a reach here. I could have went with the Western Michigan, Sky Moore. I was gonna say that, but I think Sky Moore is a reach in any part of the first round for any franchise. Albeit I think he's going to grade out to be a great pro. Here we take Christian Watson right out from NDSU. Number 29 falls to Kansas City, who's had a great offseason. Great free agency, just like they did last year. And here they take Jermaine Johnson out of Florida State. Seminole. Shout out to Kevin Hare. Go, Pack, go. Number 30, Kansas City Chiefs again pick a guy who probably is going to be mistakenly taken top 5. Travon Walker, defensive end from Georgia. The upside is fucking outrageous. As you guys know, and I dropped the top 10 for the edge rushers list just a couple days ago. There's consistency with him, and can he do it all the time? Number 31, we have the Cincinnati Bengals taking Tyler Linderbaum, center / interior lineman from Iowa. Great pick here. Can't beat it. And Detroit goes with Devin Lloyd, a linebacker out of Utah, who I've had mocked for the last couple ones. I have Devin Lloyd getting taken here. Don't think he's going to go any earlier than this. Although there are no really linebacker-needing teams from picks 21 to 31. Honestly, 10 or 11 teams just don't need a linebacker right now. They're that good. Thank you for attending the latest breakdown of my mock. And as a special treat tomorrow, I will have the second round for you guys in episode 305 NIAO. Moving on to college basketball scores now for the women's. UConn over NC State in 91-87, and Louisville over Michigan 62-50. That's it for the women's side. They play again on Friday the 1st. Final Four begins. Now let's talk about the NBA. Denver over Charlotte 113-109. Miami over Sacramento 123-100. The Knicks over the Bulls 109-104. Close game. Toronto over Boston 115-112 in overtime. Not so good, huh? Memphis destroys Golden State 123-96, and that'll do it for the NBA. Let's check with baseball now. Yanks over the Tigers 11-7. Philly over Baltimore 7-1. Houston over St. Louis 2-1. Excuse me. Miami over Washington 8-1. San Diego over Chicago White Sox 9-8. Arizona over the Dodgers 5-3. Milwaukee over San Fran 5-2, and the Cubs all over the Cincinnati Reds 4-2. And that's it for the MLB. NCAA softball, Arkansas beats LSU 7-3. Let's go on to the NHL now. Carolina over Washington 6-1. St. Louis over Vancouver 4-1. Buffalo beats Chicago 6-5. Edmonton over Arizona 6-1. And Seattle cracked the motherfucking LA Kings 6-1. And that is it for episode 304 of 413 Sportstalk. My name is Raheem Escalay. 46 subscribers on YouTube. Thank you again for to all the viewers and supporters who continue to keep the show running. Appreciate you guys. When I get on, we all get on. And I've said that before multiple times. I really mean it. Love you all. Wishing number health, wealth, and success. Check back tomorrow morning for episode 305. MIAO of 413 Sports Talk.